Hello and welcome to the channel. At a time when Nigerians are crying out for effective cost of governance, it is appalling to see our National Assembly members blatantly turning a deaf ear, but they expect millions of suffering Nigerians to keep with the sacrifice of making Nigeria great again. Our lawmakers may end up having over 2,000 legislative aides, and if that's not legislative wastage, I don't know what is. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Cost of governance. Disquiet over nearly 3,000 aides for Akpabio, Abbas, lawmakers. Barring any last-minute change, members of the National Assembly (NAS) may end up having more than 2,563 legislative aides at a time. Nigerians are demanding a reduction in the cost of governance to survive the current economic crisis. With the size of its membership, including aides, NAS is one of the institutions that consume a large portion of the national budget yearly. The bloated number of aides comes with a high cost of public sector expenditure and impacts negatively on the development of the country. Specifically, the Senate is made up of 109 members, while the House of Representatives has 360. Since 1999, the outrageous number of appointees by the 469 members of NAS has been an issue of concern, especially given what it cost taxpayers to maintain them. At a time like this, when the nation battles dwindling oil prices, 22.41% inflation, decreased foreign direct investment FDI, acute unemployment rate, and high debt portfolio, among others, many expect a lean bureaucracy at the NAS. But findings by Sunday Vanguard show that members of the 10th NAS are not departing from the culture of appointing numerous legislative aides who are to be funded under the 2023 Appropriation Act. Notwithstanding the pressure it places on the country's poor finances, the National Assembly Act empowers lawmakers to appoint aides. Sunday Vanguard learned that aides are recruited by the National Assembly Service Commission on the recommendation of each lawmaker, and their appointments are valid so long as they remain appointees of senators and House of Representatives members. However, according to the Act, each of the lawmakers, excluding principal officers, is entitled to 5 aides. The number comprises 1 senior legislative aide, 2 legislative aides, a personal assistant, and secretary. The Act provides a different number of aides for the Senate President and Speaker of the House of Representatives. The office of the Senate President is entitled to 45 appointees, Deputy Senate President 30, House Speaker 33, Deputy Speaker 15, and principal officers 10 each. The Senate and House of Representatives have 8 principal officers each, making it 16 for both chambers. They are Majority Leader, Deputy Majority Leader, Chief Whip, Deputy Chief Whip, Minority Leader, Deputy Minority Leader, Minority Whip, and Deputy Minority Whip. A breakdown shows that 451 members, excluding 2 presiding officers and 16 principal officers of both the upper and lower legislative houses, would have no fewer than 2,255 aides by the time they conclude the appointment. The total number of aides of the presiding officers and principal officers is 363, making the total of all aides statutorily provided 2,563. Since their inauguration on June 10, 2023, the legislators have been appointing aides, with the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, leading so far with 33 appointees. Abbas, 2 weeks ago, announced the appointment of 33 aides, bringing the number to 35. He had earlier appointed Musa Abdullahi Krishi as a special advisor on media and publicity, and Dr. Jerry Uhuo as special advisor on policy and strategy. The Speaker said the appointment would ensure effective delivery of his legislative agenda for the House. The last occupant in the office had no fewer than 33 aides. Further findings reveal that senior legislative aides are placed between salary grade level SGL 14 and 16, legislative aides SGL 10 and 12, secretary SGL 7 and 8, personal assistant SGL 8, and legislative assistant SGL 9. The financial implication of this on the nation's finances has been on the increase as the lawmakers sometimes exceed the numbers approved by the NASHACT. For instance, then Speaker of House of Representatives Yakubu Dogara revealed that a whopping 12 billion naira had been expended on 2,563 legislative aids during his time. Also, as far back as 2016, an investigation by NAN revealed that 469 members of the Haiti National Assembly had at least 2,570 aides. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. Of the number, 700 worked for lawmakers in the Senate, while 1,870 were employed by House of Representatives members. Since 1999, the cost of running the legislature has been on the rise, leading to nationwide sustained calls for a reduction. As of 2020, it was reported that the country spends 8.72 billion naira yearly on salaries and allowances of lawmakers and their legislative aides. For instance, in the 2023 budget, 228.1 billion naira was allocated to the NAS, including 30.17 billion naira severance package for the immediate past lawmakers. The take-home for the immediate past lawmakers increased by 7 billion naira from the 23.7 billion naira severance gratuity in 2019. Out of that amount, about 8 billion naira was reportedly paid to legislative aides. Last year, the lawmakers had increased their 2023 budget from 169 billion earlier proposed by then President Buhari to 228.1 billion naira. The estimate was meant for recurrent expenditure for the retinue of aides and overhead expenses. Over time, questions have been raised on what the nation spends in maintaining its large bicameral legislature. The expenditure on the lawmakers, especially what they earn, had been shrouded in secrecy until 2018 when then Senator representing Kaduna Central, Shehu Sani, disclosed that they received 13.5 million naira monthly as running costs. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.